while Killer is getting ready. About this game is, well, you're Maui Mallard, you're going into vacation, but in the place that you're going, you find out that they stole some statue that causes the island to be there. So you're going to retrieve it out. So as far as this first level, pretty basic stuff. That some damage boosting, but what you want to do is run. Always run. It's actually faster than jumping, though some exceptions that we're gonna get in there when it happens. So right now it's just puzzling around. That just a little bit of platforming, and the damage boost that you see on the water. Going to the water gives makes you take 1 damage, but it's faster than just trying to go in there. Now he needs to be on those platforms, so those kind of statues move, so he can jump around and reach higher ceilings in order to progress with the story. Now he's doing the same there. And there we go. So as far as jumping, that of course, though we don't prefer to jump, we need to. When you jump while running, the speed is normal. However, if you try to jump the opposite way that you're running, it's slower. You lose momentum. So for that, when he wants to jump in those scenarios, he would like to stand in the platform, trying to do a mini run, and then jump again in order to regain momentum for it. So now for this level, a bit of darkness, but we're just running and taking damage to do it fast. So now we are entering the stage 4 of this first level of the game. Pretty simple stuff. Just trying to not get lost with the platform, with the elevators. While he do that, well, we have some items on the floor that gives us life. Those will be important in order to be able to damage boost and as well fight certain bosses. And when damage boosting, something I forgot to mention is that you prefer to damage boost while landing on them in order to not lose any time at all, as it's quicker to land on them rather than running into them. Okay, so now we are waiting for them to load. Okay, we are entering into the first boss of the game. This spider that is just shooting around in the certain spot, and we just beat the first boss. Now we are going to enter the training rounds, where we're going to be presented with Maui's special form that is called Shadow, this ninja guy, that in order to transform, as you saw on the screen, and now we're gonna have on the bottom left side, we have some tokens. Well, now they are top right. Some tokens that we need those tokens in order to transform. Well, in this ninja form, as for attacking, we only have that pole that we're going to use to, first of all, to swing stuff on some platforms, and into narrow places we'll be able to jump across. This stage is just a kind of tutorial on how to use Coach Shadow's form and to train Maui in order to use it successfully. and we need to destroy our clones and this kind of statues in order to carry on. And with the statues, we're gonna be able to reach places that, unfortunately, in our normal form, we would not be able to. So, as far as this ninja transformation, as we said before, it can only be used when we have these tokens, these yin yang tokens, that of course, in order to be able to maximize its use, we're going to only use it only if really needed to be able to go in the stage. Of course, fortunately, though the transformation has a bit of frames of lag, we can always cancel it. In order to cancel it, to be able to do it, so we just need to jump, attack, or move. That's simple as that, unfortunately. But now you will see that in the ninja form, KillerHUD is attacking while crouching. That is because it is way faster than attacking in a standing. So we just lure them. We would say that we lure the opponent to say, oh, he's crouching, he won't do anything, and then spam our attack. As you have noticed, now he's using the pole in order to go further up, in order to reach higher places. Something that as Maui we will not be able to do it so. And now a simple puzzling in order to reach the end of the stage. I would like to notice that this game has pretty cool music, as pretty grand music, I would say. So we just finished round 2, round 3. This will be a kind of shorter stage, but with more platforming, that we need to jump a lot. That might some of the jumps can kill us, unfortunately, but I don't think that would happen. And so, okay, a bit of tricky platforming there. Okay, end of the stage, and now we are going into the boss of this second level. That basically they are the, if you remember on the first stage of this level, that magician guy just took souls out of us, and we need to defeat our clones in order to be able to continue. Always we attempt, for the first 2 attempts, to take on the one that's on the far left, as it has always a bit of extra health than the other one. So not sure why, but that would be it. So, and then as far as attacking, simple stuff, trying to attack while crouching to get faster frames for it. So, in the course of the run, we also, Killer just finishing the boss of the World 2, this chainsaw stuff. Okay, just did it. Finishing the World 2. Now he's going into World 3, Mayhem. that was a bit of shorter world. We're in this place that is, well, we are knowing the local villagers, but we need to avoid them because they're turned to be not damn friendly. So in here we have a bit of platforming. It's a pretty short level, but if we go into the mud, we take damage. So okay, so now we are going into world level 2. That we have these quartz things that we need to shoot them in order to be able to progress with the level. And now we're gonna talk about the one exception that is about jumping, that when you're small, jumping is actually, you have the same speed as jumping as you have on running. So, and in order to progress, we need to defeat that stuff in order to this like demons, little Indians guys that want to avoid us to progress. But they are simple as we have our trusty gun to shot them all along. Okay, a bit of trouble. We normally are able to get that gap, but currently Killer had some issues on it, so he just went as normal. He doesn't lose a lot of time, but when you can skip stuff, you always want to skip stuff. So, we are heading towards the boss. Not sure if I'm okay. Now we are in the World 3 boss. That we basically need to defeat this gang of ducks. They are coming into 3. We need to first drop them from this totem thing and then shoot them. Basically, not hard fight, but it's long because there are too many of them. Too many of them. Okay, so not that hard of us, fortunately. Okay, just defeated. So now we are heading into the sacrifice of Maui, which is the name of this stage, because these local guys were like, oh, this deck is really good, why not kill him? But Maui's like, nope, I'm not gonna die. So he will find his way out of this volcano stuff. So we are going to transform into Ninja for faster movement, and of course for the platforming section that we need to use our pole. And of course we're going to use something that I was going to mention about earlier, that life bags, that they seem like treasures in the floor, but however those life bags not only give us full life, but also increase our max health into 50. So if we find another life bag, he would be now in 350 health. It's maximum health right now. So, and of course we have this mini boss thing that has its certain pattern, bit of RNG pattern, but he can appear from the middle, from the far right, or from left. We would prefer either left or right, or middle, as we're going to be standing on the far left platform. Okay. And now again, in the second stage, again we are going to use Code Shadow in order to be able to advance if we don't die. Of course, if we don't fall into the lava that kills us. because since we need to have we need to use the narrow spaces to reach upward. Uh, it's faster with the ninja transformation to be able to use the pole to reach it. Come on, killer. Got this. Okay, we got this. This was fine. So this level in a casual standpoint can be scary due to the lava that is constantly going up, but we are now into a part of it that we went so fast that we should not worry about the lava whatsoever. If we don't, okay, we have that trolley bat. Okay, we are good. We are good now. Okay. End of the level. And now we are heading into our favorite auto-scroller that we need to jump into that rock. And we're gonna have the lava to lift us in. We need to avoid getting crushed. And of course, if we find any enemy that wants to troll us, of course, we just finish him off. So, after this level, we're gonna have a bit of more of the game. So, while we are on it, since this is an auto-scroller, let's see if I haven't missed anything. Okay, so... Okay, while we are on it, sometimes a killer grabs some glass of water, or they look like daiquiris, may I say. Those actually refill you with 25 life points, and if we happen to get the full jar of it, they are a bit fatter and stuff, it replenishes you with full life. Of course, there are some levels that we have these life bags that look like treasure that not only gives you full health, also increase the maximum life points. Okay, and as I forgot about one of the Maui mechanics, that is shooting. That is, if you hold the shoot button in your joystick, he will be shooting in a constant rhythm. So that was useful in the spider boss, because if you shoot in a certain speed, if you happen to be on a certain speed, the shooting speed will be faster. But in this auto-scroller, it actually even does not matter. So I believe that's it. So while we some stuff here. Okay, so while we wait for this, oh, that was unfortunate. Did not move left enough. No problems. This is fine. This is really fine. Even though we'll be losing time. Oh, this is not fine. This was not fine at all. So, and fortunate to happen in the last stretch of the auto-scroller. The problem is that the lava moves you so fast that normally you have a hard time reacting on it. Okay, finishing the sacrifice of Maui episode. So now we are moving into the test of Duckhood. So apparently you survived the volcano being attempted to be sacrificed. So they want to test you to see if you're worth it of being with them, or to be recognized as a true force to help them. So this will be just a vertical platformer, jumping upwards, using the vines, and attempt not to get hit. Okay, this is the instant that trying to jump on the opposite way that you were standing is really frustrating, as you want to do it with a certain speed to be able to reach the platform, but as we said before, if you jump in an opposite way that you're normally facing, you lose momentum. So we're trying to use the ropes to go upwards, and sometimes we're going to use the ninja just to, well, first use the pole as we saw earlier, sometimes just to be fast enough. Okay, just the level. So okay, so now we are going to go into our RNG instance that we are going to do bungee jumping, and we need to uh, eliminate these ducks that are annoying our life already enough. Normally we will need a 4 cycle. However, these ducks are pretty trolly. They do not like us, so probably we're not going to be able to do in 4 cycle, but if the RNG gods are with you, sometimes this could be a 2 cycle, but that is really lucky. Lot we will need to do a lot of RNG manipulation for it, but yeah, not worth it. So okay, so now we are heading into our second bungee jumping level, but now we just took away the freaking ducks that were annoying our life, but now we need to rescue them. Uh, don't ask why we need to rescue stuff that we hate, but this is a really frustrating level. Well, basically we have this arrow thing, this spear stuff that is on the walls. We take damage on it, and we need to take the ducks all the way up and down. Is a frustration level. You're not able to see the splits right now, but the splits right now for this word calls reset now, as frustrating as it is. As the ducks, they were trying to kill us. Now we're trying to save them, or I believe so. We will see. We will see. And the ducks don't like to cooperate, but so far now apparently Killer has got his groove, so this should be easy to finish the level unless commentator curse and he don't grab a duck right now. So there was not too much to comment about this level, so well, while we are on it, thank you so much for tuning the SNES Superstar Marathon, 11 days of SNES gaming, ranging from the most known towards the most obscure ones, in a speedrun setting for fun hosted by Speed Gaming. Thank you so much for tuning in and for the support. Of course, we're gonna see more runs through the day, so stay tuned, and we are going to go into that after the run. So I believe it's only missing 2 ducks to rescue. Oh no, only 1. Okay, missed the count on that. Okay, please duck, cooperate. If you want to be saved, jump higher. Thank you. You need to jump higher, duck. You're too shorty. Okay, so end of the level. So, do you like bungee jumping? Do you like bungee jumping? Well, I have bad news for you. The third state of bungee jumping. So basically, we need to grab into these roots in order to carry on until we get into the entrance of the boss site. And these ducks that we saved them, they were like, oh no, we hate you anyway, so let's attack you. Most likely Donald or Maui's like, dude, what the heck? So now he needs to go into deep, deep, deep in order to be able to continue on this. Okay, so goodbye bungee jumping. And okay, this boss is that killer is entering right now is weird. Uh, you cannot defeat him. It's just you cannot defeat him. You need to feed that with okay. What happened, killer, with your feed? Okay, something happened. Let me check with him because I'm missing his stream. Let me just check with him. We're checking with him to see what happened because we totally missed the the game feed. Okay, we back. Okay, apparently the capture card failed. Fortunately, his game was still on, so not worth it. Is that that boss? The only thing that needed to be done is feed the ducks that were terrorizing our life. We just that boss. We needed to shoot on the belly so he can throw his tongue and feed himself with the ducks that we took to him as sacrifice. So, okay, now as for this new world, yeah, the boss was too intense to be shown on screen, so fortunately he saved us for this type of bosses and we're like, dude, no, not gonna show him. Unfortunately, we would like to see it afterwards, but anyway. As for this level, uh, as we know, this would not be a platforming game without water levels. So in order to move around, we need to use our gun as a way to shoot us uh, backwards, if that makes any sense, in order to be able to move around. Otherwise, we cannot move at all. So we are using our trusting gun as kind of underwater jetpack, if that makes any sense at all. So in order to move around, trying to avoid getting hit by these weapons that is under the sunken ship, we're like, dude, why wasn't that into some type of treasure box or something? Why you put that as ceiling stuff? Those pirates are crazy. Anyway, we are heading towards the final stretch of the run. We just need to endure this water level. And of course, we hate water levels. Sometimes they're frustrating. Fortunately, the reset points are way before this. Okay, so fortunately, we just endured the two water levels. So now we are having the boss. That is, since we are under the sunken ship, and now we are sailing on the air, totally making sense. So now we're gonna fight the spirit of the pirate, that of course being a Donald the Duck themed game, of course, the pirate needed to be a duck face. So what we want to do is just shoot. That normally can be done in normally it's 4 cycles that lose you 8 seconds, but if lucky enough you can do it in 3 cycle. That's a huge time save. So the round of the dead, we have that creepy eye on the bottom of the screen that it's like, dude, you're in a really bad place. But for right now we are going to use, if not dying, we're going to use the ninja transformation in order to go into the platform section of this. So, but we're in now, we are going to be like changing around forms because we have water on the ceiling. So fitting because this is like the World of the Dead, so everything is backwards. But in order to be able to move around, we're going to mess up with the transformations in order to use the best of both in order to progress on this. Nothing too weird, just frustrating. Frustrating platforming since we need to do a lot of jumps backward, and of course transforming and untransforming loses a bit of time always. So yeah. So okay, I believe we are heading towards the end of the level. Okay. Damage boost to get in there. Not sure if totally intended, but in any case, works. So now, okay, trying to go upwards. A bit of trouble, but not that trouble-ish. Of course, okay, we always grab the yin yang coins, of course, to be able to transform and untransform at ease. But we do have more than infinite, so that will not be a problem towards the end of the game, fortunately. And as we saw on the previous word, water mechanics are weird. We need to shoot to move instead of just swimming, because we are a duck but we can't swim. So now we are entering an auto scroller. This will be an auto scroller, don't worry. We just hate it. So we are going to go into these platforms, and there is something that resembles a jar. Then we need to protect it. This is an escort mission. We need to protect that thing that is going upwards. We need to protect him from this type of spirits that are going after it. That should not take any type of damage. Because if that thing goes down, we die. And of course, being an auto scroller, that loses time. We do not want to lose any further time of what has been missed so far. So yeah. And of course, if we jump, this will be interesting. If we jump, that jar will go slower, will not go up as fast as we want. And interesting enough, until the new task was done, the guy was like, let's jump. Anyways, I'm bored. This is another scroller. I need to have some fun. Then, after that task, that jumped and lost a lot of time, it was found out that jumping made the jar going slower. So, yeah, pretty interesting fact there, considering Tess doing slower strats. So as you see here, nothing out of place. We just need to shoot this spirit stuff while that freaky eye is watching us in the background. Damn it. If I were a kid, I would be really messed up with that eye right there. But while we're waiting for this auto scroller to be completed, thank you again for tuning in to Speed Gaming to watch the wonderful SNES Superstar Marathon devoted to all SNES games created and run as a speed gaming. Of course, we have our scheduled you have a schedule to see the marathon schedule. Of course, in speed gaming there are other events, so if you type !events, you will be able to see which are the events on this channel, the upcoming and the older ones. And as always, after the marathon is done, we're gonna have all the video, all the runs, everything on demand on both the Twitch channel and our YouTube channel. So please, if you missed any run, you will be able to see it later on. Don't worry about it. So now, we are going into the last stage of the game. We're going to transform into Ninja to fight this shaman guy that is like really messed up. But we need to destroy these crystal balls before anything. So now that we have destroyed the crystal balls, we need to fight this shaman guy, the pretty messed up stuff, that we need to hit him 25 times. So, and the attacks that the special attacks that this guy have always take away from us 20 damage. But if we just collide our hurt boxes, 1 damage, and time 37:25. Not a bad time at all for a marathon run. Congratulations to KillerHUD for the awesome run. So that was awesome. Let's see if he comes around to do any comment on this. But awesome run by Killer.
Hi, Killer.
Hello, Killer.
Hi.
Congrats, awesome run.
Thanks. I have some trouble in some levels, but it's fine. This game is pretty difficult in some stage, but thanks for the commentary, Killer. Thanks all for watching this. Keep watching the marathon.
Yes, keep watching the marathon. We have awesome games going next. Let me just pull up schedule. Okay, so we have some free time right now, but shortly we're gonna have the lurk section with Zombie Ate My Neighbors and Daffy Duck the Marvin missions. Stay tuned on that. And again, Killer, awesome run. Thank you so much for letting me comment and waking me early. But I had to wake up early regardless, so don't worry.
Me too.
But I hope everyone has enjoyed the commentary on it. And yeah, unfortunate that's on the volcano auto scroller. We're like 3 of them. That was so unfortunate.
Yeah. But the checkpoint is technically in the same point.
Yeah,
the time loss
was minimal actually. I find. If my memory was enough. So, Color, not sure if you have anything to show up on this game, or if there is any password to go to the frog boss that, unfortunately, Your
Yeah, my
capture card,
capture
not sure
card.
what happened.
I have some trouble with the wires here, and sometimes I had that problem. But
Yeah,
not in.
fortunately, it was the only thing that was missed, that frog fight. So, not sure if anyone wants to watch it.
I don't
Fight.
have the password now,
Uh, uh,
and if I had them, I need a complete Underworld again, and
no.
it's pretty slow. No,
Yeah, no. The bungee. I don't think anyone wants
no,
to
no, no.
watch the bungee jumping again. I don't think.
It's
It's
butted.
it was
That's
very
the pretty,
it was very frustrating, the
pretty.
bungee jumping.
Yeah.
Okay.